We all have our favorite Psalms. The most popular Psalms, I would guess, would be Psalms, the 23rd chapter. Well, my favorite Psalms is Psalms, the very first chapter. You see, Psalms, the first chapter, really just paves the way. It identifies three categories of people. You have the ungodly, you have the godly, and then there's another one in that category. Let's read. Blessed. That's the very first word there. What is being blessed? God has shown us favor, or it's a gift given by God. Therefore, this gift brings happiness. And we all like to receive gifts, but God gives us gifts daily. And we want to know that we are so blessed. And when we receive gifts, we are so happy and excited. But what better gift can we get than God giving us His Son, Jesus Christ? Happiness. So happy is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. Now, what is scornful? Scornful is an expression of contempt or looking down on someone. It has a deep disdain towards a person or a place or a situation. Now you see that this man is blessed because he is not going to walk with the counsel of the ungodly. He's not going to stand there with sinners in their pathways. He's not going to sit down with negative people. Let's look at our social media interactions, emails and text messages, or even wiretapping, playing your conversation at work or on loudspeakers. Sometimes you will see on YouTube, you will see people doing the loyalty test. You have a guy, two girls, and they are best friends. And it says, hey, will you call her boyfriend to see if you can get him to go out and chill with you behind his girlfriend's back? And when I see that, I'm hoping to say, no, be faithful, be faithful. And oftentimes, they're not faithful. They fail the loyalty test. Now, God has His loyalty test right now. When you look at what you are doing, do not think that God cannot see you. As a matter of fact, God says He's going to bring every secret thing into judgment. And that's why we need Jesus and His blood. And Jesus is going to be our defense attorney when we are walking in His way. Now, let's continue. But you will see that the blessed man, the happy man, is into having delight, taking great pleasure, having great joy in what? In the law of the Lord. And in His law, he meditates day and night. When I was growing up, there was a song. It was a love song. And the guy was expressing his love. And he says, I think about you on 2 occasions. That's day and night. That is simply saying that he thinks about her all day and all night long. So when we look at this man, what does he meditate on? He meditates on God's word. He meditates on God's laws. He meditates on God's instructions. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth its fruit in its season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. And that's the beauty of being blessed. That's the beauty of staying away from the negativity and finding your delight, your pleasure in the law of the Lord. That is category 1. Now here's category 2. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind drives away. Now what is chaff? It's a husk. Like, for instance, if you have ever eaten sunflower seeds and you see that there's like a thin, kind of like filmy, flaky thing on the sunflower seed, or even on wheat. So it is not meant to be eaten. What happens is that you just get rid of it. And what it is saying, that the wind drives it away. But the ungodly are like the chaff which the wind drives away. There is no anchor in their lives. They just follow and chase after the latest trend. No meaning, no purpose, no direction. Just being misused and abused by Satan and by people. An empty life. An empty life. Whatever the latest trend, hoping that the next trend will be that saving grace, only to find out it is empty. And then the wind blows and you're in another trend, another sinful relationship. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment. Here's the third category. Nor the sinners in the congregation of the righteous. Wow. So you see that the ungodly and the sinners in the congregation of the righteous will not stand. And I remember when I was a young man, I left home at the age of 17. And I came from a beautiful, loving, and nurturing congregation. And then I went out into the world. And inside of the world, there was churches that I would go to. And it was dumbfounding to me to see how people would treat one another and would treat me. And I said, wow, how could people be so mean at church? And then I remember reading this: the sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. For the Lord watches over the path of the godly, but the path of the wicked leads to destruction. The conclusion is this: which category are you in? And a lot of times, people will say they believe in God, but they don't believe in organized religion. Fluff, 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 fluff. It's just all fluff. We want God's word to be our guiding light. People attend church service. They will sing the songs. They will say the right things. They will listen to the message. The word says that people will honor God with their lips, but their hearts are far from him. Sinners of the congregation of the righteous, the ungodly, the blessed man that meditates day and night and doesn't have time for the ungodly, doesn't have time to walk with the sinners down their path, doesn't have time to sit with those who have disdain for people, places, and things. Be blessed. Be happy. Receive the gift, the greatest gift, Jesus Christ. May the good Lord bless you.